Johnny and welcome back to J Heart Loves Books, and today we are going to be talking about my recently read books. I've read 4 books in the past month and a half, and I think that's doing pretty good for me, knowing that I only read like 2, maybe 3 when I have the time. But no, we're going to be talking about those. Some of the books that I will be talking about, I do have a review already posted, and the review on my blog is going to be coming up, so I'll just link them down below. So let's get started. The first book I will be talking about is I Want to Be Where You Are by Christina Forrest, and this book doesn't come out till June. I got my hands on an ARC because of a giveaway, and I'm not going to talk much about this book other than I absolutely loved it, and I will be having a review and cute pictures to come soon. I'm going to wait until we're closer to release date because we're in May right now and the book doesn't come out till June, and I'd like to promote it more around the time where you guys can get yourself a copy too. But I absolutely loved it. Can't wait to go more in depth about it. Just know that I loved it and I have big plans to help promote this book. The next book we are going to be talking about is Queens of Fenburn by Kendare Blake. This is like the e-arc novellas in one paperback book, and oh my gosh, even though it was only 200 and some change pages, it was so good. It's just, I got back immersed into the Three Dark Crown series. If you guys don't know what it is, it's about 3 triplets, and they're born together, but then at a certain age they get separated and they have to fight to the death for the crown. And if you follow me on Instagram, you follow me on Twitter, you know that this is my series. Like, I'm so excited. I am devoted. I can't wait. And this novella just brought me back to the world. I haven't read the 3rd book yet because after the 2nd book, it just left me with my jaw dropped. Like, everything that happened in the 2nd book, I'm not prepared for what's going to happen in the 3rd book, but I am going to be picking it up soon because after reading this, I'm just like, okay, I have to get back to the world. I have to get back to my girls. I have to see what happens. And just, yes, it was absolutely amazing. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason why it's getting a 4, maybe a 4.5, is because I wanted it to be longer, like the Oracle Queen and the Young Queens. I just wanted it to be like a full book, which is very selfish of me. I did feel like I get a lot of information out of the 2 novellas. The Oracle Queen, I have some questions like, okay, like, are you preparing us for another Oracle Queen? Like, what's going on here? Like, I need to know the tea. But I absolutely love this book. I can't wait to read the 3rd book because I'm just ready to see what happens to my girls. The 4th book is coming out in September. After reading the 2nd book, I cried, like actual tears. I was just not prepared for that ending. But like I said, I'll be getting into the 3rd book hopefully next month because after reading these novellas, I was just like, okay, I need more. The other book that I read is City of Saints and Thieves by Natalia C. Anderson, and this was my first ever thriller / mystery YA book, and I just ate it up completely. I was just like baffled on how much I just loved and enjoyed this book as a whole, and I wish it was a series. I wish I could have more of my characters. I'm giving this book a 5 out of 5 stars because not only was the plot and the character development just spot on, but just like the story as a whole after reading it, and especially reading the author's note, was just like hands down beautiful. I go more in depth about how I feel about this book and the characters in my blog post review. If you want to check that out, it's linked down below. But it says right here, the little clip is the girl with the dragon tattoo meets Gone Girl in this thrilling YA murder mystery set in Kenya. If you guys don't know, I'm trying to read more books this year that are not set in America just to help me cultural wise, because even though I love books set in a dystopian America or like, you know, places that, you know, are actually like I can visit in my country, I also want to know more about different countries and different cultures and just things of that nature. And this book was filled with so much culture, so much diversity, and just, it was just absolutely amazing. I like loved it. And at the end, I was just like, that's it. I don't get like 2 or 5 more books. all the characters, like I still even think about some of them because it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just like, I just need another story. But it's a standalone. It wrapped up perfectly. There's no there's no cliffhangers. All your questions get answered. Basically, the story just wraps up very well. And what I like that Natalie C. Anderson did is that when she gave us information, it wasn't like boring. Every time she was giving us or feeding us information, it was just so enlightening, and there was never really a dull moment in this book, and I really appreciated that. So 5 out of 5 stars. The last book I read was because I was a part of a blog tour, and it was The Taken, and it's also called The Circle, and that is by Sage Aska, and I was a part of the Rockstar blog tour, so of course I have a blog post link down below. That was a dystopian book, and I'm going to like fish out from my phone so I can read the synopsis. It was my first dystopian book since The Shadowfall, and you guys know, if you read my blog post, that The Shadowfall only got 3 stars, and this book sadly only got 3 stars, but it's not because the book wasn't good and the characters weren't decently written. It's just I'm a very hard critic when it comes to dystopian because I need it to be more unique, because I feel like all dystopians are becoming the same now. But that's not for me to like judge just reading like, you know, those last 2 books and comparing it to the Hunger Games is totally not fair, but I'm human. But the book was good. I think my main problems were that at some points it was kind of predictable, and I just had a hard time connecting to the main character. And it's just, the plot was really good. The plot was great, and I think that's why I kept on reading, because the plot was just so good. And there is supposed to be a second book. I think it's supposed to be a trilogy. I'm not sure. But I do want to keep reading, because the end of the story, I was just like, oh, there's a lot of unanswered questions. So, of course, I want the answers to those questions. And I'm sorry if I keep on looking down. I'm trying to, like, look for the book on Goodreads at this moment. But at the end of the day, it was a decently written book. There were some predictable moments. There were some moments where just like I was thinking that's so YA dystopian, you know, but like there was other moments where I was just like, okay, you know, this is its own unique little twist right there. And as far as the romance, I don't understand. So that's another reason why I got 3 stars, because I really don't get the romance. Like, the age, I'm not even gonna go into it. You just have to read my blog post, because there's a full paragraph just about the romance where I'm just like, what is even romance in this book? Like, are we supposed to want the main character to be with this person? Do we not want the main character to be with this person? Is the person they want the main character to be with like 5-6 years older than her? Like, the world may never know. But the romance was just, I couldn't understand it. Like, and I'm a romance fanatic in my books, but I can't. I tried, but I can't. But no, at the end of the day, like I said, it was a decent dystopian read. I do want to continue the series because, like I said, there's a lot of unanswered questions, and I would like to see if our character gets a little bit more character development. She got a decent amount in the first book. I would say how she started off and how she ended is completely different. Not like too much like, oh my gosh, character development. Like, yes, it was just like, okay, you grew a little bit, sis, you go, girl. But other than that, other parts of the book were just like, okay, this is kind of predictable, type of typical, and some of the points of the book where it's just like, okay, that's really cool. But no, that's all I have for you guys today. These are the 3 books, and I'll try to insert a picture. Let's see if my editing skills have gotten that good. Editing John A, please make sure, you know, you insert the picture of the other book. But these are the 3 books physically, but 4 books in total that I've read the past 2 months. I will be having a video of books that I'm currently reading now, so keep your eyes open for that. But thank you for coming back, and remember, always love your books. Bye!